Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and we're back on another lovely Thursday, and still learning, still looking into things and sharing information as I get it. We're still in the primitive reflexes. If you've catched a couple of my videos, I was talking about the asymmetrical tonic neck reflex, ATNR, and the tonic labyrinthine reflex, TLR, which are the reflexes that help us differentiate front and back and left and right of the bodies and create movement. Today we're going to talk about the next one that follows those two, which is called the symmetrical tonic neck reflex. This guy here is more evident, will be more active following those two reflexes when the baby's about 6 months of age. And what you will see is if the head tilts forward, the baby's arms will bend and the legs straighten. And if the head tilts back, they kind of sit back on their haunches and their arms straightened. It's almost like a back and forth motion based on whether the head is tilted forward or backwards. Well, why is that important? This is where there's learning happening between top of body, bottom of body, and how do we move with that? So that movement will create some rocking. So you will often see just before the baby starts crawling, they're kind of sitting there, it's almost ready, set, go, and they're going back and forth, and they can't quite get the movement. That's the reflex in action. That's the one that's kind of getting things in gear so that they can then get to creeping, crawling, walking, skipping, jumping, hopping. While they're doing this engages the look near, look far, being able to move the eyes between what is here and what is over there. It especially helps them because at this point the baby's looking mostly what's within arm's reach, gets them beyond that, which then they can start to anticipate this will lead to this. And then they require, I move like this, I get to here. I move like this, I get to here. That movement strengthens the girdle up here in the shoulders, which is important with holding a pencil and handwriting. So you're able to hold your body up and still and manage to hold that posture and you're not laying down on the table. Matter of fact, if not enough learning was taken in from that reflex, that's one of the things we will see with people who have issues. They will tend to lean more. They can't sit up. They don't have the strength and endurance to maintain it throughout their day. They will have a lot of issues with posture, gait, how they walk. Sometimes they have a little bit of a gorilla walk. And also their balance will be off. A lot of times they will have poor spatial awareness. They can't judge their space, how far they are from other things. Eye-hand coordination is affected. A lot of times this is the clumsy child. They will be a messy eater because they can't figure out how to move everything. They'll have a hard time changing focus. Again, that far, near, being able to engage and disengage based on what they're looking or where they're looking at it. They have a hard time sequencing. So if you give them a multi-step process and they think, okay, go do this, but it involves 5 steps. They can't figure out what the 5 steps are. You almost have to give it to them. Step A, step B, step C. You want to make your bed? Go make your bed. Well, we just make our bed. Start by pulling up the blankets. Or even further than that, start by taking the pillows off the bed. And it has to be told to them 1 step at a time. They can't just infer. They will also have segmented thoughts or actions. Over here, over there, not necessarily in a sequence, easily distracted, which then leads them to have ADD or ADHD-like symptoms. They don't have it, they just can't get that sequence and that thought pattern properly in order and be able to maintain it. Swimming is a problem because with the head riding, with the head up and down, when you're swimming, your head is up but your body's prone. They can't get their arm and legs to move with the head up. These are the torpedo swimmers. They swim underwater as long as their body's straight and aligned. They like to stay underwater, and they'll just kick and move. And a lot of times the arms are straight by their sides, not doing anything. The legs are doing all the work. So how does it affect life? Well, with the difficulties with attention and sequencing will affect learning. Eye tracking skills are affected. You're a messy eater. You're probably getting into a lot of trouble every dinner. And you don't feel so good about yourself. So check it out. Now, another big one that some people don't realize is this is the person when they sit on the floor, they will tuck their legs in a W. It's almost like, oh, are you hyperflexible? No, this is how they sit because this reflex didn't get enough learning out of it. So check it out. Do you sit in a W? Do you know somebody who does? And then look at everything else that's happening around you. Are there things that are a little bit affected? Or things that are more effort than what they should be? If you know someone or if you notice that in yourself, throw in some comments, ask me some questions. I'm always happy to answer. I hope you guys have a good day. And until next time, bye-bye.